Aylesbury News Weekly Roundup. Hello and welcome to Aylesbury News Weekly Roundup. We start this week with a story from the beginning of the week with a woman who was left with friction burns after having an argument with a man down on Bicester Road at the roundabout with Gatehouse Road and Whedon Road. Two men had passed and asked the lady if she was okay, and police are appealing to talk to those two witnesses. So if you see this story, please get in touch with the police. Last weekend was Relay for Life up at Orton Camp, where the weather wasn't too good. It was raining, it was cold and it was windy, but it didn't stop the people from turning up and doing the 24-hour walk, and they actually raised a record amount of £96,000 for cancer research, which is absolutely brilliant. In the week we had 3 vans broken into and tools stolen from the vans in Hagnam in one night. Anyone that saw anything suspicious, please report it to the police by calling 101. Then there's a story about charities in Buckinghamshire could win a share of 10k from a pot that BP Collins puts aside each year, so that charities can make a bid for a slice of this money. But it's done by votes, so there's not, you decide what companies or charities rather, or organisations you want to get a slice of this money, and if they get enough votes they will get a slice of the money. So it's down to you, whatever charities you like and they're local. Go to BP Collins website and you'll be able to put in your vote. I think it was Tuesday we had a water leak in the town centre, bottom of the high street, the old Gala site, which is being converted into flats, where they were working, and they incidentally hit a pipe and caused a leak, which caused a major part of the town to lose water or have low water pressure. Thames Water worked overnight and got the problem fixed ASAP, which I thought was very good. The company doing the building up the town there did apologise for any inconvenience it caused, but there was a lot of shops up the town there that did have to close early due to not having any water. Celebrations this week up at Stoke Mandeville. It was 70 years that the Paralympic sports began at Stoke Mandeville. Sir Ludwig Gutmann was the founder, who believed sport was the way, was a good way for rehabilitation for people with spinal injuries. And it started off with 16 people and it grew over the years, and it's now turned into what they call the Paralympics. Aylesbury Cat Rescue is under constant pressure. They need donations of food and money so they can do the operations on the cats and get them microchipped before they get sent off to a forever home. And they're saying that there's a constant waiting list for cats to be put in their care, and they also need more volunteers to help out. You can put any food donations for the cats or money donations to their shop down Parton Road. This week there was a story about the hottest vegan in the country who lives in Leighton Buzzard. He says she's a self-confessed crazy cat lady, you know, because she got a cat which she adopted over 8 years ago, and it's her world. And she's got tough competition, but good luck to her. This week a teenager was jailed, a teenager from High Wycombe, for an acid attack on a woman who died. It wasn't actually an attack directly at the woman. He was actually trying to steal a bike from a man and pulled out a bottle of acid, which was kicked out of his hand and kicked away. But when it was kicked away the second time, it sprayed out and went over the woman. She had 5% burns, and she went to Stoke Mandeville Hospital where she was being treated, but she got septicemia and it killed her 11 days later. It is believed that this is the first case of somebody dying for an acid attack and being put in prison. He did write a letter to the family to say how sorry he was their mother was killed. The man himself, just months before this happened, was attacked with acid and had to go to hospital and be treated for acid on his face. So he should have known better anyway. But the woman's sister turned around to him in court and said, doesn't matter what sort of sentence you get, it would not make up for the loss of her sister, those children's mother, which is right. There was a stop and search this week in Aylesbury where a couple of police officers stopped the car and did a search and found a large quantity of drugs and a large amount of money. 2 people were arrested from London and have been released under investigation. Aylesbury Food Bank put out an appeal needing more food to be donated and volunteers to help out, because the demand for the food bank goes up over the summer holidays, because children that normally have a school dinner are not getting a meal at midday. So they're asking if you could donate more food or even donate some of your time to help out, even if it's just a couple of hours. A Buckinghamshire pizza place hasn't even opened yet, as being told by a US giant, Monster energy drink, that they can't use the name Monster and they can't use their logo, which they create. Monster has told them they can't use the word Monster, although it's spelt with an A at the end and not ER, so it's a totally different spelling. But they're also not allowed to use the logo because I don't know why, because they designed that logo and it's based around their oven, which tells a story. And all these 2 dads wanted to do was open up a food restaurant which serves good quality food for children, because there wasn't anything in the town for kids to have good quality food. Now Monsters told them they can't use that name, and they're going for a legal battle which is costing them a fortune, and they don't even know now if they're going to be able to open up because it's cost that much. Again, big corporate being greedy and laying claim to a name which is spelt totally different, and a logo which doesn't even have nothing to do with their bloody drink. Yeah, I'm not keen on big organisations. That's all they ever do. It's all about the money. As where these 2 fellas are just out to make a little bit of money on, as they go along. But it's not helping. I hope someone helps them out legally and financially to get their business going. An Aylesbury lollipop lady celebrated 30 years of service as a lollipop lady. She said she was very proud of her job, and to see kids that she was getting across to school now turning up at the school with their own kids. So she's seen a lot since then. When she started out, we had Bros in the charts and Yaz. Congratulations to her, and now she says she's going to put her feet up and retire and rest for a little while, which I don't blame her at 78 years old. Congratulations on doing 30 years service. And then I've done a story about a man who's in Aylesbury, was working in Aylesbury, and he's a child sexual offender, and he got sentenced to 20 years, which isn't enough. I personally isn't enough. Personally, I think any child offender should be put down. It's disgusting. And he'd been found guilty of having sexual relations with a child under the age of 14. Also had sexual relations with a boy. And the victim who came forward and managed to get this to court is appealing to anyone else that was sexually abused by this man to come forward, because the police will listen to you and they've got a good support team. Its file is despicable. Hurting children, scars them for life, and there should be a death sentence for people like that. If they're found guilty beyond any reasonable doubt, then there should be a death sentence. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. That for certain crimes we should have the death sentence, i.e. paedophiles, rapists and murder. And it would certainly make people think twice about doing things like this. Obviously it gives some sort of closure to the victims that he's now behind bars and off our streets. Just one last thing before I go. We support all our local independent businesses in the town, as you know. But they do need your help to keep them going. So please always pop in to your local independent shops. In September we've got a new venue coming to Aylesbury, the Waterside Festival. First one is in September and it should be quite good. They're going to have a continental market there, amongst other things, with canal boats obviously selling things. So keep an eye out for that one. I will let you know when and where. Keep your eyes open for that one. I will let you know when and where. Let us know what you think about my live broadcasts, if I should keep going, any suggestions, what I should talk about or cover, anything you want me to cover, email me and I'll try and cover it. If you want me to get in touch with a company, I'll get in touch with a company. If you want me to mention someone's birthday, I will mention their birthday. Or a bereavement in the family, please let us know and we will pass it on. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave comments below. That's it. I'm out. Ow.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave comments below. Oh, don't forget to share and like our videos. Thank you.